The Lost Memory. An old man sat on a wooden bench in a quiet park. The sun was shining, and the trees moved gently in the wind. Birds sang in the trees, and children played nearby. The old man looked at the sky with a soft smile. His eyes were full of stories. "I remember when I was young," he said slowly. "I lived in a small town with my mother and father. Our house was small but full of love. My father worked in a little shop, and my mother cooked warm meals every day. We ate together and laughed every night. I had a job in the city. I worked hard, and I felt strong. Every morning I walked to the bus and went to work. I liked my job because I could help people. I felt happy because I could help my family too. One evening I finished work late. The streets were quiet and the sky was turning dark. I got on my bicycle and started going home. The air was cool and everything felt calm. I was tired, but I was thinking about dinner with my parents. Suddenly, a car came very fast from the corner. I did not see it in time. It hit me hard, and I fell to the ground. Everything went dark, and I felt nothing. It was like falling asleep in the middle of the road. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. My head hurt, and I felt weak. I looked around, but I did not know the place. A nurse came to me and smiled, but I was afraid. She asked, "Can you tell me your name?" I tried to speak, but no words came. I had forgotten everything. The nurse looked kind. She brought me water and helped me sit up. I asked, "Where am I?" She said, "You are in the hospital. You had an accident." I tried to remember something, but my head was empty. I could not remember my name, my home, or my parents. Every day a doctor came to see me. He asked me questions. "Do you remember your family? Do you remember your job?" I always said no. I felt sad and alone. I wanted to remember, but my mind was like a blank page. Weeks passed. I learned how to walk again. I ate food, read simple books, and looked outside the window. The nurses were nice, but I missed something. I didn't know what, but my heart felt heavy. I dreamed of faces I could not name. One night I looked in the mirror. I saw a young man with bandages and tired eyes. "Who are you?" I asked myself. I touched my face and hoped for a memory, but nothing came. I wanted to cry, but no tears came out. The hospital gave me a new name, John. They said I needed a name to start a new life, but I knew that was not my real name. Somewhere out there, my real family was waiting for me. I just didn't know how to find them. After some time, the hospital said I was healthy. I could walk and talk, but my memory was still gone. I had no place to go. So they sent me to a small home for people with no families. It was quiet there, and people were kind, but I still felt lost. Every day I sat by the window and watched the street. I saw people walking with their families. I saw children laughing and parents holding hands. I wondered, did I have a family like that? Were they looking for me too? Sometimes at night I saw flashes in my dreams. A small house, a woman with warm eyes, a man smiling at me. I always woke up before I could see more. These dreams gave me hope, but they also made me sad. I wanted to remember them. One morning I went for a walk in the town. The air was fresh and the sun was shining. I passed shops, people and parks. Everything felt new, but also strangely familiar. My heart beat fast. I stopped and looked around, hoping to see something I knew. I walked by a bakery. The smell of fresh bread touched something deep inside me. I closed my eyes. For 1 second I saw a kitchen, my mother's kitchen, a table, warm bread, and a gentle voice calling my name. But when I opened my eyes, it was gone. I stood in front of the bakery for a long time. The smell, the sound, the feeling, it all touched something deep inside me. I wanted to stay there forever. But I knew I had to keep walking. Maybe more places could help me remember. I walked to a park nearby. Children were playing and old people were feeding birds. I sat on a bench and closed my eyes. I tried to think. I tried to go back in my mind. A little boy, holding his mother's hand, ran past me. I felt a tear on my cheek. That night I told the nurse about the dream and the bread. She smiled and said, "Sometimes the heart remembers before the mind does." Her words gave me hope. I started to write down everything I saw, heard, or felt. I wanted to catch every small memory. One day I saw a boy with a red bicycle, the same kind I had before the accident. My hands started to shake. I remembered the road, the sound of the car, and the pain. It was quick, but it was clear. My accident, it really happened. I was not dreaming. That night I had a strong dream. I saw my mother. She was calling my name. Her voice was soft but full of worry. Behind her I saw my father, looking tired and sad. I woke up with tears. I wrote it all down. I knew they were real. Somewhere they were out there. After that dream, something changed in me. I felt stronger. I felt a light inside me. I told the nurse, "I think I have a family. I think they are still looking for me." She looked surprised but happy. "Then we must help you find them," she said. We put my picture in newspapers. We shared it online. We wrote, "Do you know this man? He lost his memory in an accident." Days passed. Weeks passed. Every day I waited by the phone. Every time it rang, I hoped it was someone from my past. Then, one morning, the nurse ran to me. Her eyes were full of tears. "Someone called," she said. "They think they know you." My heart jumped. I could not speak. She gave me a piece of paper with a name and a phone number. My hands shook as I held it. Later that day, a woman came to visit. She was older now, but her eyes were the same. As soon as she saw me, she cried. "My son," she whispered. I looked at her face. My heart knew before my mind did. It was my mother. Behind her, a man walked in slowly. His hair was grey and his face was tired, but his eyes were kind. "Welcome home, son," he said. I stood up and hugged them both. For the first time in many years, I felt whole again. We sat together and talked for hours. My mother held my hand. My father smiled and listened. They told me everything, how they looked for me, how they never gave up. I listened with tears in my eyes. Little by little, my memories came back. I remembered my room, my bike, my mother's cooking. I remembered the laughter, the warm hugs, and the quiet nights at home. It felt like waking up from a long dream. I left the care home and went back with my family. The house looked different, but the love was the same. My parents were older, and so was I. But in our hearts, we were still the same family. Now, I sit on this bench and remember it all. I smile when I think about my journey. I was lost, but I found my way back. And now I tell my story, hoping others never give up, because love always finds the way.